And so today we're going to talk about leadership development, but specifically on self-leadership and why self-leadership. We're going to talk about what the components of self-leadership are, and then hopefully actionable insights that maybe each and every one of us can take and apply. And so with that, I want to start with a question, because most people sometimes think that self-leadership is just a new concept. And I want to know, maybe put it in the chat or feel free to unmute yourself and share. What comes to mind when you think of self-leadership?
Self-control would be one thing.
Self-control, that's a good word.
I would add how we appear professionally and personally in our spaces.
Perfect. How we appear. Great. I see someone. Self-awareness, vulnerability. Great. Any other words?
Well, if I may, I did put it in the chat, but I think you have to be the leader of one before you can be the leader of many. So to me, about self-leadership, that's what it contains.
Exactly. Yeah. Thank you for sharing. Yeah. So all of the words that you shared really is a part of self-leadership. And like Tommy mentioned, self-leadership is the foundation of great leadership. Someone cannot be a great leader because a leader would take people places they never thought they could go, or they would take an organization from where it is to that next level. And a leader cannot do that unless they're really good at self-leadership. So self-leadership is the foundation of great leadership. And that's what we're going to look at. Now, great leadership definitely includes self-leadership. It includes managing resources. It includes leading others. So when we think of leadership development, most people think about leading others and managing resources and resources and commitments and time. But at the same time, the self-leadership aspect is really what gets the leader take themselves to that next level. You might have heard of the quote by John Maxwell, who would say, "You are the leadership lid of the organization." So the organization is going to go as high as the leaders can go. The people that you lead are going to get to a higher stage. Maybe they won't get above what the leader is. And so it's really the foundation of great leadership. And in other terms, if you want to define self-leadership, it's really being the CEO of your career. You might have heard people say, "Hey, you were the CEO of your life, so hire, fire, promote accordingly," right? And so when we look at self-leadership, especially from the career aspect, because there's a lot of self-leadership from other aspects of our life, but from our career, it's really being the CEO of your career. And being the CEO of our career, it's a very broad term, but in simple terms, we can define it as really knowing who you are and where you are, and then envisioning where you want to be or who you aspire to be. And once you know who you are and who you want to be, and then how can you manage your resources and the environment so you can get there. So in very simple terms, it's really knowing where you are, where you want to go, and actively embarking on that journey to get there. What I really love about the simple question and framework of self-leadership is it can be used by anyone, regardless of your career level, regardless of where you are. And in fact, we can apply this even in our non-career aspect of our life. Where am I? Where do I want to go? And how can I embark on that journey, create the environment, the right environment, so I can get from where I am to where I want to be. Now, you're all are very experienced, have a lot of experience and wealth of information. You know that like leadership is really the continuation of learning, and learning never stops. And so the good aspect of this definition is also it never stops, because where you are now, you're going to think about where you want to be, but once you get to where you want to be, there's always going to be a new dream and a new vision that you're going to have for yourself. So it's really a continuation of always asking ourselves, where am I today? Where do I want to be? And then once we achieve that, a new goal might appear. So again, a simple definition is really about that self-knowledge, who we are, self-awareness, as some of you mentioned, and then having a very strong and well-defined vision for our life, instead of just having a vision of someone else or what the society defined for us, but really having that strong vision for ourselves and where we want to go. and then embarking on that path and starting that journey and active and intentionally going there.